Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about establishing new patterns in your energy system. This, again, is a continuation of a lot of the work that we've been doing, the topics that we've had on aligning to new states of being as we move into this new year, and also as we move out of this very intense period of transformation. So things have softened quite a bit in the energy. Things are kind of coming together. You should feel more settled than you have over the last few months. And it's almost as if we're preparing for this shift into the new year, which is pretty exciting. So we've talked a lot about aligning to higher states, aligning with your higher purpose, um, and really setting your course for where you want to go and rewriting the scripts of your life. So look back on past classes. If you've missed some of that, it's still valid. You can still do it. In fact, you can do it at any time, do those classes at any time. And in our last class, last Wednesday, we talked about opening up to divine, to receive divine light. It was almost like the icing on the cake, sort of adding that bit of sparkle and glitter and magic to the whole thing. So now, this week, we're moving into bringing all of that down into more concrete patterns, if we can call anything in the energy system concrete. Nothing is really concrete, but it's settling those patterns into the more, physical aspects, the meridians, the chakras. We're going to be working with the vagus nerve also, which has um, a lot of influence in the nervous system and in the whole patterning of your system. So that's where we're going today. That'll be after the daily routine. Hey there, Kirsty. So if you are here live, go ahead and say hello. And if you're watching this after the fact, please do post comments and questions. I do have some announcements today. I talked a little bit about this last week, but the big announcement, and I know this is going to be a bit of a shock for some of you, is that this is the last class that I'm doing. Today's class is going to be the last one of these that I offer. I'm excited about it, though it is a little bit bittersweet. Hi, everyone. I know a lot of you have watched over the years, and it's been such a wonderful experience to connect with you. And I actually wanted to take just a minute to tell you a little bit about the history of this class, how it got started, which goes back to 2020. In fact, it was the end of March when everyone was in a state of panic and fear. And I wanted to offer something to my clients and to my parents so that they would continue to do their energy routines and so that they would stay balanced, their immune systems would stay as strong as they could, and they would stay out of fear as much as possible. So I started offering a Zoom class twice a week, and I actually opened it up to everyone. Ended up being a fairly small group that we kind of switch in and out. And eventually in May of 2020, that became one of those. I started streaming live onto Facebook. And that's really how this class got started with all the recordings. I think that now there are a total of 118 recordings on Facebook and YouTube of all of the classes over the last 2 years. So I'll tell you, when I started these classes, I didn't think I would do them for more than 3 or 4 months. So, and really, it is a tribute to all of you who've shown up. That's why I've continued to do them, and also all of you who've reached out to me. I have received so many really sweet emails that were just so full of gratitude over these last couple of years. People telling me that these classes had changed their lives, and that just means so much to me, to be able to hear that, because it is a lot of work to do this every week. In fact, it is a bit of a labor of love. And over this last year, I have spent about 3 hours a week putting the class together and delivering it, and then have also have hired help at this point to help do all the finishing work. So it also costs me a good bit of money every month just to put this out there. So as much as have really loved offering this freely for so long, there's a point when all good things must come to an end, and we've got to shift into some new things. So I have new things coming in 2023, and I'm excited to tell you about those. sign up for my email list. The link is in the description below. That way you'll find out about everything that's coming. You'll also find out about the library of these videos that I'm putting together. That's going to be a searchable library, searchable by topic. It also is somewhat grouped by topic. That's another thing. I get a lot of requests for, how can I find the videos about this or the videos about that? Apparently, it's not so easy to do if you're just searching YouTube and Facebook. So that is coming. And it is coming soon, probably not until the end of the month. And I will be slowly taking those videos down from YouTube and Facebook. So just be aware of that. But you will be able to access them, and I will let you know about that as soon as it is ready. So let's see. Will I continue on the Insight Timer? That's a great question. Thank you. Tomorrow is going to be my last energy class on the Insight Timer as well. For the same reasons, and also because I do a lot of work in the evenings now, and it's just difficult to squeeze in those morning activities. And I'm just, sometimes we all just need a change, right? We've all gone through so many changes this year, pushing us towards new things. So this is my new thing. But I'm also not throwing everything else out. It's still going to be there. So you'll be able to access it. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, great. Yeah, I am also very excited about 2023. And I'm excited about the new, not doing this class and not spending 3 hours a week on this class means I'm going to have time to do some other things that I have not been able to do. And my plan is to make a lot of videos, shorter videos, so easily consumable, on topics. And I know that a lot of you are interested in a variety of topics. It can be anything about energy healing, the world of energy, dimensions of energy, spirit guides, channeling, all of the things that I do. And I would love for you to put in the comments below, either now as you're watching this or after the fact, any topics that you are particularly interested in. Now, I'm not going to do lots of sequences for headaches or for stomach issues or for this or that, because there's a lot of that already out there. So I do recommend, if you're looking for those kinds of things, do look at the Eden YouTube page, Eden Method YouTube page, because they've got a lot of that. So I'm looking for things that are a little bit more aligned with those sort of more spiritual aspects of energy, soul level pieces. Again, spirit guides and channeling. So that's really more my thing. Also about coming fully into alignment with yourself, fully into alignment on an energetic level. Self-testing is another topic. So anything that you're interested in around those topics, I would love to hear about it, because that's really helpful for me. Okay, so again, thank you to everyone who has shown up, engaged, shared these classes. It's just been a wonderful experience to connect with all of you in this way and connect with people all around the world. It's blown me away. Oh, great. So there are some topics already. Wonderful. Thank you. So keep those coming, and we'll go ahead and get underway with our class. Now, I do want to also say quickly, this Friday is the Insight Timer Metatron meditation. That's the 30th of December. So that is, and I will continue to hold those on the Insight Timer once a month. That isn't changing. You can find out more about that using the link in the description below. That's open and free to anyone. And yeah, those are great experiences. If you haven't tried them, do join me there. It's a powerful, energetic experience, all about pushing us forward in the awakening process, moving to a higher vibration. And what better time than now with the new year? So that's pretty exciting. And I believe that is it for my announcements. So we'll go ahead and get underway with our class. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and thank you for watching. So let's come to the cheekbones and start our tapping. I can really hardly believe that I've been doing this for as long as I have. 2.5 years. Thank you, Brigitte in Denmark. Okay, so we're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You want to begin to really connect to the floor with your feet. Feel into that connection and allow yourself to become fully present. Tapping on the stomach meridian points here to send the energy down the front of the body. And now let's come down to the K27s. This is right under the inner edge of your collarbone. Bringing yourself fully present in this moment, setting aside this time for your practice. And thinking about, particularly today, we've had so much emphasis on, excuse me, new patterns and what we're moving into. And keep tapping. I'm just going to get a sip of water. So I'm going to have you kind of consider as we go through today. Oh, hi, Oda. How you're moving into this new year. So it's not just about goals and objectives and what you want to do. And, a lot of research has shown that those things are effective for a couple of weeks and then often they fade. So instead of thinking about that, let's think about how we're moving into the year. Our states of a being, what new state of being you want to embody more fully this year. What do you want to align with more fully? What have you taken out of all of the transformation this last year has offered? And what do you want to use from that to create your new foundation? And now let's come down to the thymus glands. It's right here at the center of the sternum. We spend so much time focusing on doing, right? On action, which is what New Year's goals are usually about. And we can really benefit from shifting that into being and thinking about how we want to be in this next year, because a state of being naturally flows into all of the doing, right? So if you decide that you're going to be in a state of setting intentions or being intentional around what you do, whatever that may be, you'll find that you accomplish a lot more. If you decide that you're going to be fearless, that you're going to step outside of your comfort zone, which is definitely something that I have done a lot of in this period doing these videos. Again, you'll find that adopting that new state will take you places that you would never have expected. And now come under the breast for the spleen neurolymphatic point. So you all know the grounding process. I'm doing a lot of talking here, so I'm going to catch us up on where we are. Let's send the energy down through the bottoms of the feet, down into the earth. And you can send it down on your exhale. And you can bring it back up through the bottoms of the feet on the inhale. Cycling out the old, bringing in the new. Releasing anything that you don't want to carry into the new year with you. And now send the energy out the little toe. This is the bladder point. We're grounding the bladder line. And this is one that has been sticky for a lot of people lately. I'm going to say the last 6 weeks, bladder grounding has been off for a lot of people. So give that one a little bit of extra attention. You may find that your nervous system is a little bit shaken up. And it could be that this is part of a bigger process of transformation. Sometimes we don't really know why these things happen. It could have to do with the astrology. Let's come to the side of the body. This is the spleen 21 point, one hand width under your armpit. It could be that the bladder grounding just starts to come back on its own. Who knows? We'll see. But it hasn't come back yet. So I would give it a little extra attention because I am noticing that it's important with the people that the bladder grounding hasn't been holding with. I think that it would make a difference if it would start to hold. So giving that a little extra attention, let's do that right now. Send the energy out through the little toe, just a little line of light. It doesn't have to be huge, just enough. A nice flow, leaving your little toes going down at least 15 feet into the earth. And after you finish that, go ahead and work on the tailbone. And we'll just stay on this point, sending the energy out the tailbone, through the tip of the tailbone, down into the earth. Feel yourself becoming more fully present. And settling in into this moment, awareness of your body. So Claire posted some topics, methods and ways to connect ancestors and soul connection. Love it. Getting to know spirit guides and how to come into alignment with own truths. So those are all great topics. Yeah, thank you. I'm excited about these new videos and some series that I'm going to put together. It'll be fun. Okay, so let's take one more breath. Take in all of that grounding. See how you feel. Tune into your system. And you can stop tapping and just let the energy settle. All right, now let's flush the spleen line. So coming back to spleen 21, you're going to inhale up and then exhale down the sides of the breast, inside the hips, inside the knee, from the ankle and off the big toe. And now we're going to inhale back up that line and exhale off spleen 21. We'll do that 2 more times. And hands to the side, palms towards the ground for a nice breath in and out. Ah, that feels good. So today we're going to do a few different cross patterns. I think we'll start with crossing at the head. So we're actually going to pull from one side of the head down to the opposite jaw. So just pull across, just like this. You can take a deep breath in and then exhale as you pull down. If there are any of you out there who are interested in getting started doing videos or putting yourself out there in some way and you're hesitant about it and you just need some tips or a little bit of moral support, you can reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you about that. Okay, now we're going to move to the neck and we're going to do neck cross pulls. So you're just grabbing a little bit behind your neck and pull across. This is great for the thyroid gland. You're going right over the thyroid here. And you can kind of stretch your neck a bit, side to side. Do what's comfortable for you. Don't force anything. Rotating the head a little bit. This just helps open things up. And remember, energy needs to be able to move. And where things are stuck with either stiff muscles or misalignments in the skeletal system, then the energy can't move as well. And that's when we start to get buildups and discomfort of all types. Okay, now we're going to go to the torso. So we're just going to come across just like this to the opposite hip. Whoops, try not to hit the microphone there. So I like to do all of these things with a lot of intention, connecting and feeling your hand moving across the body. That really does help with the energy. And see how that feels for you. And now we're going to just continue that movement so that we're doing the full body cross pull. So you're going to start at your shoulder, inhale, pull to the opposite hip, and then come all the way down and off of the foot. And it is important to come all the way off. Remember that you're pulling energy along with your hand. So you don't want to deposit a lot of energy at your ankle. What if your ankles are a little bit stiff? And you pull all this energy down and then you just leave it right there at your ankle or somewhere on your foot. Okay, and that will do it. Let's just take another deep breath. Hands to the sides, the palms are towards the floor. It's a grounding position. And let your energy settle. Okay, we're going to do the Wayne Cook, so you can grab your chair. I'll get my stool. And I'll show you the standard version first and then the modification. You're going to start with your foot up. My left foot is on my right knee. Right hand is on the ankle. Left hand is grabbing the bottom of the foot, and you're just going to hold here. And this is the modification. Left foot crosses over the right. Hands come in front of you, back to back. Left hand goes up. Palms come together and fingers interlace and turn it in. And then when we switch sides, you'll switch right foot on top, right hand on top, and turn that in. So I'm going to go back to just the standard position. Actually, I'm going to have you do that while I try and get this mic to stay in place. Okay. So tuning into the breath and following your breath, we pull up just a little bit on the inhale, pulling up through the spine, and relaxing down on the exhale. Just feeling into this moment. And now let's switch sides. So the right foot is on the left knee, left hand is on the ankle, right hand grabs the bottom of the foot and hold. And take advantage of that stretch. Breathe into the muscles. Just think again about states of being and how you're moving into 2023. What lays ahead for you? You want to create your vision and feel into it. It's as much about how it feels as it is about how it looks and outcomes and what you want to obtain or do. You want to think about how you want to feel. Why do you want those things? Because they'll leave you feeling X. So you move into an awareness of a felt experience. When we put our intention out to the universe, we want to put it out there from that felt experience. This is what I want to experience. This is what I want to feel. When we do that, we align energetically with that experience. And you can't do that from your thoughts. You've got to do it from the felt experience. Now we're going to bring that foot down, bring all of the fingertips together, the thumbs come to the brow, take 2 deep breaths here. Bring the fingertips to the center of the forehead, push in and pull apart, and down the sides of the face. And let your hands rest in your lap. And I'm going to come back up to the hairline. I'm going to push in on the inhale. And on the exhale, pull an inch to either side. And move across the top of the head. Down the back of the head. All the way down the back of the neck. Into the shoulders, and take a deep breath in and squeeze. And exhale and drag to the front. And now we're going to stand up for our neurolymphatics. Actually, maybe we should have stayed seated because this is a really good time to work the large intestine neurolymphatics. So if you want to sit back down, go ahead. Those are on the side of the leg. So that's right here on the side of your thigh, up and down the outside of the thigh. So the reason that this is such a good time for these is that large intestine is all about letting go. It's letting go of what you no longer need, what's no longer serving you. We take the wisdom and the learning and we let go of the rest. And this has definitely been a year of a lot of upheaval. So it may feel like you're looking around at a lot of debris of what used to be in your life or how you used to be. And it's okay to just let that go. It's okay to walk away from it. We don't have to sort of sweep it all up and carry it with us everywhere we go, which is something people have a tendency to do. And we can become very attached to things. You just want to walk away, say it's okay to emerge as a different person. So that's large intestine. You can work those as much as you want. And then the counterpart to that is lung, which is all about bringing in fresh inspiration. So that's here on the sternum. And you should go all the way to the base of the sternum, or you can start at the top. It doesn't matter, but we're going to work our way up and down, giving it a nice, good massage, deep rub. So think about what inspires you. What have you seen recently that inspired you? Any little thing, any little spark. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be a whole story of what you're going to do and what you want to accomplish. And this is going to be a goal of mine. It can be very small. Something that inspired you. Think about that. And it doesn't even have to be something that you would do. What's important is bringing up the energy of inspiration and connecting with that. And feel how that comes up for you when you do that. And we clear out the lung line so that that inspiration can flow into your system and flow into your life. And you see that I'm leaving a pretty good red mark here. That's because this is a good solid rub, always with the neurolymphatics. It's a good solid rub. So now let's come to the sides of the sternum. So I'm about 1 inch to the side of the sternum on both sides. You're getting lung and gallbladder here. And gallbladder is actually part of our additional sequence today. So that'll be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and move things along. We'll just finish up here and move and then finish our routine. Okay, so now come to your navel, find your navel, travel around to the back of the body, either side of the spine. Give that a rub for the Mingmen point. And then pull around the body to the opposite hip and all the way down and off with the foot. And do the same thing on the other side for the belt flow. And now we're going to zip up, straight up central meridian, starting at the pubic bone. Inhale up, stretch all the way up overhead, and exhale down to the sides. And do that 2 more times. And now we're going to take the 2 middle fingers. One goes in your navel, the other one comes up to your brow. Push in and pull up with both and hold for your hook up, and tune in to how you're feeling. Feel your feet connected to the floor. I don't know about you, but that feels really good to me. It is the beauty and magic of the daily routine. It takes you back to a nice, comfortable place. It's like hitting the reset button. Okay, let's release that and we're going to go into our sequence. So we're starting with a hookup, the power point to the third eye. So you're coming to this indentation at the base of the skull, top of the spine. Put your middle finger in there, push in and pull up just lightly. And then the other middle finger goes to the brow. So again, just what you were doing a minute ago, pushing in and pulling up with both and holding. And you can stretch the neck a bit. As you do this, we'll be here for about 2 minutes. Let your arms relax. And we're hooking into the nervous system and the electrical energy of the body here. And we're extending the hairline a bit as we pull up. The hairline is a fascinating aspect of the energy system. It holds the intentions for this lifetime. So it's a nice way to start this sequence actually, as we're moving into a new year and setting intentions. Um, think about aligning, and you can actually just ask to align to your highest intentions for this lifetime. So let's do that right now. Ask to align to your highest intentions for this lifetime. And when you say that, you're really talking to your higher self. You're asking that the higher self is the same as the spirit. You're asking your spirit to align to those highest intentions. You're also saying, when you do that, that you're willing to take the steps to move in that direction. And sometimes those highest intentions might not be in alignment with where you are right now and what you've created, you might find that things change. Okay, we're going to release that. And now you're going to bring your left hand, and it's the left hand only, to the back of the behind the left ear on the mastoid bone. This is the vagus nerve hold. You're going to come down the side of the neck here along the scalenes. So the fingertips are behind the ear, and the palm of the hand is just flat. There's no pressure. You're just holding, and it's only on the left side. Victoria, you really felt that one. Yeah. It is huge, huge movement. Oh, excellent. That's always exciting. We think that sometimes when we say those things that we're just talking and no one is really listening, but trust. Your guides are listening, your higher self is listening. I've had them a few times, big things that happened in my life, big shifts, and had other psychics tell me later, well, apparently you asked for this. Not once, not twice, but 3 times you asked for this alignment to your highest purpose. And that's why these things have been coming to you. And when you do those things, you want to say it with clear, open intention of the heart. So it's not coming from your head, and you're not trying to figure it out and know what it means or anticipate it. You're really just opening from your heart, because that's where we align to our soul's purpose. Here we go. I need to make a video about that, don't I? Topic number 1. So you may feel some softening here as you hold this. The left side of the body is the yin side. It's where we receive, for one thing. And it's a deeper part of the self. So it's where we're sinking things in on a much deeper level. The yin energies are always going. It's that quiet hum in the background, just like the refrigerator that's humming all day long. It's that quiet hum. Those are your yin energies. So sinking into a deep level. And of course, we're working with the vagus nerve, which has a hand on all the major organs. So it's taking the pulse, or the pulse of the body, feeling how everything is, and regulating that, right? So just a nice connection deep within the body. As you just had a tuning fork healing. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Good vibrational healing. Okay, let's do 2 more breaths here. Notice what you're feeling. Okay, now we're going to remove that hand, and you're going to stick with your left hand. Now you're going to bring it to the forehead and the top of the head. So you're actually connecting 6th and 7th chakras here. And we're just going to hold. And again, relax the arm. So you can prop yourself if you'd like. You can sit down and prop yourself that way. So, nice strong connection between our vision, our center of vision and perception, and creating a strong vision. That's the sixth chakra, and our higher perception and that connection to spirit, the higher self, bringing all of that in and bringing it together here. Remember receiving grace from last week. Okay, now we're going to release that hand. And now we're going to the gallbladder points at the side of the eyes. This is the beginning of the gallbladder line. You're going to take both hands in 3-finger notches. That's thumb, index, and middle finger. And you're going to put those right here on those gallbladder points. Again, the arms are relaxed, comfortable stance. Gallbladder is about moving forward in life. It governs the joints, has a particular connection to the knees, and it's really all about decisive action or just being decisive in general, right? Sometimes we can't act immediately, but we can still be decisive. So we're going to connect with the beginning of the gallbladder line here. And you can reflect on that for yourself. Where do you want to be more decisive? What would that look like for you? What would it mean to be more decisive? And how might that change outcomes and where you are in your life? And here's an example for you. I had to be very decisive in my decision to stop offering these classes and when to stop. because it would be easy to just kind of keep going back and forth. Oh, I don't know, which is something I've been doing for a while. And it was time to be decisive. And now I feel a huge shift towards, oh, look at all of the new things that are coming in that I can do. It's as if I've stepped over a boundary that was really just an invisible boundary that I had created, but it required a strong, decisive movement to step over that. And sometimes, this is just one more thing that's coming up, so I'm going to share it with you. Sometimes that decisive movement can be difficult because we're attached to something, emotionally for one reason or another. We might feel like there's a survival piece to it. If I let go of this, what will happen, or some worry or some fear, or it can be something else. But when we stay in that state, we stay forever in that state, right? So if you want to detach from the fear around it, you have to make the decisive movement out of that situation, out of that circumstance. Or if you want to move forward to the next phase, the next um, phase of development, you have to be decisive. Let's see what you notice. You may feel some movement down the sides of your body that follows the gallbladder meridian line. Gallbladder is wood element, so think the strength of a tree and the roots of a tree. Okay, now we're going to release this. We're going to bring the left hand over the K27 points, so where we were tapping earlier. And we're just holding here. This helps to bring the energy up the kidney line. And remember that the kidney is water element. It's that beginning of cycles. The K1 point is the wellspring of life. So that's where we're bringing in fresh energy into the entire system, in from the earth, feeding the system. And kidney also connects on an emotional level and on another level to the deeper parts of the self, who you are at the deepest level is expressed in kidney. It connects to the penetrating flow, which carries your essence. So it's a lot of depth to the kidney meridians where we hold on to a lot of old emotion. So think about We don't need to get into all of that, but think about just bringing in that strong flow. Kidney is the energy of motivation, of it's your get up and go energy. So it's an energy that brings things forth. That's that first initial thought. It's winter. Of course, we're now in winter officially. It's that winter is the germination of seeds. It's the time before action where we're planning and considering and reflecting, but we're bringing energy into something. It's already growing. It just hasn't burst forth yet. So think about that. Okay, and then we're going to release that. And the last thing we're going to do is place the right hand on the third chakra. And gosh, I just realized we've been on for a long time. So we're going to wind it up here. This is our final hold. Again, the third chakra is your life force center. It's also where you're moving out into the world. So stepping out into the world, how you show up in the world, it's the seat of the ego and identity. So let's consider that. You're connecting to the energy of the third chakra, kind of dipping into it there and engaging with it. You're bringing it into this whole process. So we've kind of engaged with and brought these pieces together to work together. And it's a nice relaxed stance. The third chakra is a couple inches or a few fingers above your navel. No pressure, just resting there. And feeling into the movement. Okay, let's take just a few more breaths here and just take it all in. Moving into 2023 with resolve, but also with grace, alignment to something higher. Oh, thank you, Claire. That's so sweet. Oh, so much gratitude for all of you as well. Okay, so we're going to release that. And that is it for today. Thank you all for joining me as usual. And please do sign up for my email list. The link is in the description below. That way you will be notified when this library of content is ready and of the other new things that are coming. I have a few other things coming this year that I'm excited about. Not quite ready to talk about all those yet, but they are, I think they're going to be great.